Welcome to Marco Good's woodlot. I'm going to demonstrate how to fell a small tree. This again is not something you want to try unless you have some experience or at least have somebody else with you that's had some experience doing it. So leave your pets at home, put on your chainsaw chaps, put on your helmet and your ear protection and your eye protection. Before you start the saw, make sure that's all in place. Another thing I didn't talk about before was when you're walking through the woods, if your saw is running, you want to lock the chain so that it's not spinning while you're walking. Anytime you move your feet, you should lock the chain brake. Forward, then disengage it to run the saw. But make sure your feet are planted, they got good balance whenever you're running that saw, especially wide open. You don't want to move while the saw is running wide open. Okay, got a little birch snag that's completely dead except for one limb up on the top, and that's got a nice lean to it. So I'm going to try to fell it in the direction that it's leaning towards, unless there's something else there that's an obstacle. If it's going to get hung up in another tree, I'll try and fell it off to one side or the other of that tree that it could get hung up on. So I'm going to make a notch on the side I expect it to fall toward. And what I'll do is I'll go with the chainsaw and aim with the direction of this handle is going to tell me the direction that tree is going to fall if I start my notch there. Does that make sense? Here's the handle. That's the trigger. That's the direction that the tree is going to fall. So I'll go sketch that notch on there right now. On that balsam snag, birch snag. I want to be careful when it comes down that it's not going to hit something else and break up and fall back towards me. So, but I think I'm clear here. I like to make an open notch. So maybe shoot from the side here. I'm going to make a little smiley face in here. It's going to actually go down. The traditional notch that was invented with a crosscut saw is more horizontal, but this one's going to come up a little bit like this, and then at 30 degrees from vertical, and then the top cut's going to be more like 60 degrees from vertical, so that what you end up with is a notch that's about 90 degrees when it's all done. Okay, now I'm going to come around the back side, and this is kind of important, is that you hit on both sides of the tree. You want to hit the point of that notch. So over here, I'm going to make myself a vertical red line, and that's where I'm going to stop, because I have to leave enough hinge so that the tree doesn't go out of control. So I'm going to leave at least an inch, probably even as much as 2 inches on a rotten tree like this, between the point of the notch and the spot where I quit. And then I go up from the point of that notch about 2 inches to start my back cut. And the back cut's going to come around like this. And I'll go over here now and find the other point to the notch, the corner, and make my stop sign here. And then up from this, I'm going to do a back cut that hooks up with the other side. Okay? Get the picture. I'll go ahead and do it. Good. And then I'll want you over that. Okay. The other thing you want to take any kind of brush that's up close to the tree. You want to cut that all out of the way. Then you want to clear yourself 2 paths. One at 45 degrees from the direction of the felling, and another one at another 45 degrees. So the tree is, the fall line that the tree is this way. I want to go 45 this way and 45 that way. I want to have clear path for 25 feet to get out of the way when the tree comes down. Okay?
So I'll stay close while you cut your notch and then walk away when you cut the back.
That sounds good. Perfect. Right there you can see how good that wood is, and it's not very good. It's pretty rotten. So that means I'm going to leave a thicker notch. Always want to finish your back cut on the side you know that tree isn't going to fall toward. So that's why I chose to cut the back cut from this side instead of down there where it could have fallen that way downhill. Okay?
Good.